it in Monday through Friday, write in the times you're going to work it, and only those are the times you're working. Because that's all the time you have. You need to manage your time, you guys. Because the way you live your days is the way you live your lives. Listen. Listen to the needs of your coaches. Most of us are not good listeners. We're good talkers, but we're not good listeners. Sometimes we feel like we just need to just constantly tell our coaches what to do. Get on the phone with them. I know they need to know what to do. No, they need you to listen to them. I'm not talking about whining and complaining. Okay, if somebody calls me up and is whining and complaining, I always, with my distributors, I would always say, look, I'm going to be here on the other end. I'm going to hang up, call me back in a minute, go to a trash can, spit all that out, and come back. I'm serious. Because if somebody's telling me there's a problem, my answer is real quick. Then let's solve it. Instead of complaining about it. If there's something we have no control over, then we can't do anything about. You know, then let's talk about what we can do something about. But you got to listen. Your coaches sometimes just want you to hear what they're really saying, and most of us don't get it. It's so easy to talk to a coach and say, hey, tell me what's going on with your business. Well, you know, I'm out there working hard, and it doesn't seem to be working, and they're just, they're giving you all this surface stuff. And when I make a simple statement like, let me ask you a question. What I'm getting from you right now, Mary, is you're afraid. Are you afraid to build this business? Sort of. What's the fear? I don't know. I kind of grew up always rejected, so I'm facing rejection. It's a business where you have to face rejection. Oh, so now we're talking about the truth, about what's really going on in their life. You have to engage your coaches, you guys. You have to become a great listener. Much less of this and much more of this. Because people will always tell you what they're really feeling and what they're really thinking if you're willing to listen. We don't need to be just completely giving information all the time. Do this and then do that. When people say to you, I just don't know what to do. That's not what they're telling you. How can you not know what to do? We have the universe. I mean, it's unbelievable. There is so much information in this business now to become successful in it. I mean, if you engage in the CDs and the training and the educational university, if you take all that, you've got all the knowledge you need. So when someone says to you, I don't know what to do, that's not what they're telling you. They're telling you, I don't want to do what I know I need to do. So let's deal with the reality of what they're saying. Now, I do this in my mentor calls. We spend half the time on the business, the other half on their lives. And what's keeping them back and what's holding them back. See, most of your coaches, you guys are afraid. I'm sorry, they're afraid to build this business. It seems crazy. Because some of them are really successful in what they do in life. But this is different. Because you're constantly out there facing someone rejecting you. But when you realize that the business is one of struggle, the business is not going to be, it's a simple business, but it's not going to be easy. That's why it pays so much money. It's not an easy, it's not an easy business. So once you accept that and you start to deal with it from that perspective and you start getting to the bottom line of what your coaches really need, and you really start to coach them and mentor them, and find out where their weaknesses are. That's why I have people take the social style test. Take the personality test right off the bat. I want to know what their strengths are, what their weaknesses are. If I know they're a choleric personality, I know they're going to turn people off. They're going to talk too much. They're arrogant. They're bossy. Right? I know that about them. So when I'm on the phone with them, I can correct some of those things. But if I don't know, phlegmatics need hug fests all the time. They need family hugs all the time. Right? They're the easygoing ones that just love everybody, and you look at them, and they can go. You speak, and they're sitting in the row, and you say, "You excited?" And they say, "I'm so excited." And you go, like, notify your face, kind of a thing, like, what's going on here? And they're all fired up, man. That is fired up for them. Okay, I get that. And then you got the melancholy personalities, and they just need it. They want lists of things to do. Right? They want, hey, take out a paper. You say to a melancholy personality, take out a paper and pencil. That's the greatest thing they could ever hear in their life. Oh, what kind of pencil? Number 2? That's what they ask you, right? Or is a pen okay? They ask you that. Like, whatever. Feather. Doesn't matter to me. Right? But you have to give them what they need because you counsel people, you listen to people from their social style, not yours. See, I'm a sanguine choleric. To me, it's like, hey, just do it, man. No big deal. It's fun. Go do it. It's not a big deal. Just do it. Well, but people go, who cares? That's kind of my personality. But when I talk to a phlegmatic, it doesn't work. Right? You're sitting there, you got to nurture them. You got to find out what's really going on in their heart. They're big on loyalty. They're big on relationships. So I talk to them about those things. Build relationships, you build your business. I like that part. So you have to know your people. And that's why it's great that you study these personalities and know them and learn them, not just yours, but theirs, so that I can give you what you need if I'm coaching you, when I'm listening. Right? The worst thing you can ever do to a cleric is tell them they can do it. The worst thing, if I have a cleric, they say, well, I'm going to tear this up. I go, yeah, we'll see. Quack, quack, quack. You know, it makes them mad. What are you talking about? I said, dude, you've proven nothing. And they go, okay, then watch. Right? Don't tell a cleric they can do it, because eventually they don't, and they say, well, you said I could anyway, I didn't need to prove anything. I'm serious. Right? So you learn those things by listening and understanding people. So listen to the needs of your coaches. Learn their social style. Learn what it is that makes them tick. Listen to what their real why is. If you're not establishing a why from somebody, then you're trying to get them in your business. If you're not listening to the why of somebody, if we're on a game show or something, I win something like that. We need to get the why. We need to do it when we prospect people. We need to do it when we do a GSR with them. We got to find out what you want from the business. What is it you're looking for? What do you want? What's your why? What's your purpose? Because really, if you understand it, purpose and why are the same. You know, what's your purpose in life? I want to raise my family. I want to love my children. I want to make a difference in the world. I want to be different. Okay, that's your why. We need to revisit that all the time. So I want to find out what your why is. And I want to be, in every single time I talk to a coach that I work with regularly, and I know what their why is, every time I talk to them on the phone, I bring that up first thing. Hey, before we even talk today, let me just point something out to you. Because maybe it's to travel the world or something. Hey, just imagine next week taking off with your kids, and I just create this big vision of this travel trip. And they go, God, that's awesome, man. Okay, now let's talk business. Right? We got to revisit that why all the time. You need to know what yours is. Not like, why are you in this business? Well, I don't know. I've gotten shaved. No, that's good. But why are you in? Okay, what's the reason? Because when the why is in front of you, and the why is strong, and it's what you focus on every single day, then when you're going down this road that has all these stones and rocks and boulders in it, all the boulders shrink to pebbles when you're staring at that dream. And all the pebbles, if you're not, become boulders in our lives. So we have to stay focused on what it is we want. What that dream is. What's that vision for my life? You all need to know what that is. It needs to be significant. You need to know your purpose. Right? And for all of us, the purpose is here. It's very simple. Right? A friend of mine's son just died recently, 39 years old. One of my best friend in the world's son. Died, his aortic valve exploded in his heart. He was bled out in 2 minutes. He was dead. 2 beautiful children. Incredible human being. Christian guy. 1,000 people at his funeral. Incredible guy. At his funeral, there was a cemetery, and I looked in those, you know, the headstones of every person that's dead. It has a birth date on it, which we have no control over, and it has a death date, the day you're gone, that God decides to take you home. You have no control over either one of those. There's a dash in between. That's your life. That dash is all we control. What does your dash look like? In the purpose of your life and the vision for where you're going and what you're going to do, we live that dash. How significant is that? What difference is that making? Because we don't know. The day we're born was the day we're born. The day we're gone, we don't know when it's going to be. Jason was 39. Son played a half game of football, halftime. He walked over to get some coffee out of his car and dropped dead. 39 years old. Didn't know, but that second date now appears. But the dash in between is the way we live our lives. And we can either live it with significance, and we can live it with power, and we can live it with vision and passion and making a difference, or that dash becomes insignificant. You know, you want to know how important your life's been? Who shows up when you're gone? Who shows up when you're gone? How many people show up because of your life? See, that's the significance. That's what makes the difference. That's what we have control over. And in our business, it's a perfect business for that, because how many people right now are telling you, thank you, you changed my life? Not enough. So wake up in the morning and say, how many more people can I get to get excited about me being in their life? How many more people can I get on a Beachbody Team Challenge whose life I can influence through relationship and accountability and being there for them where no one else has ever been there? The power in our Beachbody Challenge is this. You watch Biggest Loser. Those people lose 150 pounds. Phenomenal. What's the most powerful part of that show? It's the accountability between the trainer and them and the partners that are on that team. That's what we offer, a live, living everyday Biggest Loser. And the very power and heartbeat of that very show on TV is what we do in the Team Beachbody Challenge. Because you are stepping into their life. It's not like, hey, come to weight loss, weigh in every week. It's just always on your own. Take Slim Fast, do this, do that. And you're out there all on your own trying to figure it out. And every day you get up, you look in the mirror, and you still don't feel good about yourself. And we're the team coaches, and we're the people that are making the difference in their life every day. You're working on that dash in your Beachbody Team Challenge. Whether you believe it or not, it's true. It's part of that dash. You know, the end of the movie Private Ryan, some of you saw that movie. At the end of the movie, he's standing there. His wife's standing next to him. He's looking at these men who died for him, went after him to save his life. And they're laying there in these graves. And he looks at his wife, and what does he say to her? He says, baby, just tell me I was worth it. Tell me I was significant enough. I was worth it. We ask that question. Your spouse, baby, just tell me I've been worth it. That this life I've lived has made a difference. That this business is so much greater than Shakeology. It's so much greater than just ending the trend. We're in a business where if we involve ourselves in the lives of other people, we give them hope for the hopeless. We visit the attic of life and we bring out that big box and we throw their dreams on the table again and we say, you can do this. And when you're a kid, you believed you could. You need to believe again. You need to believe in this business and believe in your own life again. So you listen to what's really being said. I know what your people want. Sure, they want to make money. Sure, they want to get in better shape. Sure, they want to make a lot of money. But you know what they want? They want you in their life. Because no one else has ever come in. No one else has ever shown up. Some of you, if I put a microphone out here today, you'd give testimony to that. The difference has been made in your life. And I saw it in mine. I saw it in my coaches and my distributors. Discipline, daily work ethic. You're either disciplined or you're not. And you know at the end of the day if you live a disciplined life and you work this business in a disciplined way. Every day you know. You start out the day with 10 things to do. And you do 7 of them. And guess what? You fail. Any way you look at it, you fail. If you said you're going to do 10, do 10. If you said you're going to do 5, do 5. You said this week you're going to do this, then do it. You said you're going to do this, then do it. Be disciplined enough in your life to have enough character to do what you say you're going to do. That's all we have in this business. I said it earlier. If I'm working with Michael Schwarting and Mike says, look, I want to build this business, Craig. I'll do what you teach me to do. I said, Mike, I'm going to spend my money, my time, my hours driving, doing what I need to do to grow your business. I just need your word that you want this. And I want to know what your dream is. And when he tells me, I say, okay, that's my dream now too. It's as important to me to get you there as you to get there. That's what I'm buying into with you. Okay? And so with that in mind, have enough character and integrity to finish what you say you're going to do. Because I'm going to. Because I tell you, if I'm going to be somewhere, trust me. I used to tell the people in my business, if I tell you I'm going to be somewhere and I'm not there, check the obituary because I'm dead. I'm dead. Otherwise, if I got to crawl, my car breaks down, I'll get on a horse, a bike, I don't care. I'm going to be where I say I'm going to be. Because you can count on me. I want to be like gravity in your life. And so many times we say, well, my coaches just don't do what they say they're going to do. Do you? Do you do what you say you're going to do to your upline? Isn't this an amazing business? Nobody really gets it until they got a downline. They'll complain to you. They'll whine to you. All of a sudden they get a downline and they go, I'm not doing that anymore. Because guess what? Everybody's whining to them now. Right? So, what's the truth about what you're doing in your life? Is your word good? Every one of you better have a date on diamond. If you're not a diamond yet, what's the date you're going diamond? Well, I really don't like to give a date because you're a wimp. Right? I'm sorry. That sounds really mean. But it's because, well, what if I fail? Then don't. Okay, then don't. Why don't you have a date on it? Because it's safe. If I tell you when I'm going to do it, then I got to do it because I'm a man of character. Correct. So put a date on it. You should have that date. It should be on the dashboard of your car. It should be on your refrigerator at home. It should be on your mirror in your bathroom when you shave every day. Whatever, it's better be up there. When are you going? Because some days today. Someday ain't a month from now, it's 6 months from now. Don't tell me you're going to be there someday, because someday's today. When are you going to be there? And then simply have enough character and discipline to get there. If you look at the last 30 days in this business, and I'm not here to beat people up, but if you look at the last 30 days in the business and what your business activity's been and your consistency in the business and your discipline every day, doing your 10 things a day in the business, would you fire yourself? Yes. Would you give yourself a pink slip today? Yes. Okay, here's what you need to do to have a huge business. Look in the mirror every day and say, if I can find 15 flipping people like you, we're going to crush this thing. Every day you got to look in the mirror. If I can find 15 like you. If you look in the mirror and go, if I find 15 like you, we be in trouble. Right? We be in trouble. Because what can we control in the business? What we do. I can't control what you do, what my coaches do. But they're going to do what you do. I'm sorry, but that's the truth. Leadership is leading by example. Leadership is doing what you tell people to do. People know what you do. They know, its words mean nothing. If you don't change ranks every 90 days, you lose credibility with your group. I'm sorry, you don't want to hear that. If you don't change ranks every 90 days, you lose credibility with your business. Because your coaches start doubting. I don't care if Robert Hutchins goes 15-star diamond. He ain't my coach. Right? That's great. But I'm looking at my coach, the one who brought me in, the one who said, follow me. We're going to get this done. I'm taking you to the lake. All right, then watch. What are you doing? Because most people doubt. They get in. They don't even believe in Beachbody. They believe in you because you brought them in. I got an Amway in 1979. My first month I sponsored 10 people. 10 people because I believed. And they believed I was going somewhere. And it was a matter of posture. I didn't make it. I made $9.35 my first month. I worked 80 hours. 20 hours a week my first month. I made $9.35. I brought 10 people in. And it ain't like I did it by saying, look at that check, sucker. How you fired up? I worked 80 hours. Look, I got $9.35. You in? Okay, it wasn't that. It was attitude, what I believed about where I was going, and they wanted someone to follow, and they wanted to be a part of something. So they didn't even believe in that Amway, they believed in me. But I gave them that reason to believe in me. The second month, I sponsored 10 more. I made $40. So in 2 months, I made $49.95. And guess what? Or $49.35. Guess what? I sponsored 20 people. I actively built the business for 25 years. The next 24 years, 10 months, I sponsored 10 more people. So I brought 30 people in my business in 25 years. 20 of them in the first 2 months. And 8 of those 20 became millionaires. By not even having any money. Having a car that I used to drive and park down the street because I was too embarrassed to show park it in front of their house. It's the kind of car when you shut it off, it didn't. You ever own one of those? It's one of these things, I'd go into the house and be, I mean, I'd go out and cast it out in the name of Jesus. Whatever's in that thing, get out of it, right? Just embarrassed, this beat up old Volkswagen. I'm showing up at their house saying, you can become successful too. The way I was dressed was embarrassing. I didn't have nice clothes. I just showed up, fired up, and believing. It was my belief that sponsored people. You sit down with me to share your business and spend 30 minutes with me, and I want to believe in you. I want to believe in you. I want to believe in you. That's who I want to believe in, because you tell me you're going to take me somewhere. I want you to. I believe in it. But I got to believe it. And I never will till you do. So your belief is what explodes all over me about this business. You look at the leaders in this business and you think, well, no wonder. Of course Tracy Morrill is going to be that kind of person. She's so wealthy in the business. Of course Christine Dwyer. No, you think they all started where you did. 0 volume, 0 people sponsored. Carl didn't bring him in and say, we're going to do something special for you. We're going to give you 15 diamonds. Come on in. They didn't do that. Carl's never going to pay somebody from another network company to bring their network over and here's $1 million. You ain't ever going to see it in this company. Everybody starts at 0. I love it. It's free enterprise. Prove yourself. What are you giving me? An opportunity. Not a handout, nothing for free, an opportunity. And some of you in this room have been saying for a lot of years, if I just had a chance, if somebody just gave me a chance, I'll tear it up. You got it. Right today. In your hands, you have the greatest opportunity that exists in this country. Today. A life-changing, a chance to take the dash between 2 dates and make a difference. And we piddle around with it. We don't respect it. And we don't build our own belief. We don't go to our dream enough.